but it's not finished at all. So,
What is going on, guys? It's Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I am once joined by Canadian Yorker. How's it going?
pretty good.
All right. And we are also known as WWE Wrestling Bros, our new wrestling channel. So if you guys haven't done so, be sure to go check it out and subscribe. I really appreciate we get the subscribers and all. But anyways, today we are recapping the WWE Monday Night Raw, which took place March 11th, 2024, and it took place in Houston, Texas. So the road to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is around the corner, and I can't wait. It's gonna be one of the electrifying WrestleManias I've probably will witness. So we'll see what happens. So today, so yeah, let's get started. So the show opens up with Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre obviously has like the huge beef that he has with Seth Rollins, obviously. And Drew McIntyre, once again, the heel he is, making fun of CM Punk, saying that, "Oh, say what if I'm glad that, say what if you're glad that I injured CM Punk," and then he just basically just makes fun of CM Punk even more, and then he gets interrupted by Seth Rollins, and basically they talk about their title match, and they trash talk. Basically, I don't want to talk too much about it, but they trash talk. Um, Drew McIntyre said that Seth is a coward, always worrying about The Rock, Roman, the Bloodline. He should be focusing on the title match. Um, Seth Rollins says that, "Oh, Claymore kicked me one more time." He kept provoking Drew to hit him with another Claymore kick like he did last week. So, and then basically, Seth Rollins said that, Drew McIntyre is kind of like CM Punk, a hypocrite. And then basically, Drew McIntyre I just think Seth Rollins woke up the demon, the Scottish psychopath, and as soon as Drew was leaving, Seth said that, "Oh, you know why I don't pay attention to me? Because you're left my Rory." So basically, Seth saying that Drew isn't a threat, and then Drew was about to come into the ring, but he stopped. Seth Rollins was like, "Come on, hit me with another Claymore," ending this segment. So, intense rivalry between Drew and Seth so far. So, I can't wait for this title match they're gonna have at WrestleMania. Kind of. I mean, when we did Elimination Chamber predictions, I said I wasn't a big fan of this match, but the promos between these two guys are really, really like great. I love it, but it's just why they're doing a round three. It's just ridiculous. But it's probably gonna be a good match. That's what other Drew obviously wants to win a championship in front of the crowd for the first time, as he failed to do that in 2020 when we had the COVID. So that's his story right there. Um, which could happen. So, what are your thoughts on the Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins opening segment?
It's first of all, before I start, I just want to apologize to everybody. I've been having a little problem with hiccups today, so in case if my seat stops, just forgive me for that. Second thing, for Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, it's really exciting to see the development of this thing. Drew McIntyre is getting his big push forward. It's really great to see this happen. I really like the fact that both of them. The funny thing is, both of these guys are actually going out, putting CM Punk down. And they're just grinding him. Riding him hard, just grinding him down. Drew McIntyre with this continual insults, and Seth Rollins saying that Drew McIntyre is a hypocrite, just like CM Punk. That's what naming CM Punk as a hypocrite. I mean, I'm definitely seeing CM Punk is going to have a major issue with both these guys. He's going to have a major issue with Seth Rollins. And he's going to have a major issue with Drew McIntyre. But that's for another time period. But right now, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins said that Drew McIntyre is getting help from the bloodline. I know we haven't discussed this much, but Seth Rollins mentioned over the past few weeks that Drew McIntyre has been getting some help from the bloodline, and that is true. That is true. In some of his matches, the Bloodline has interfered, and for no reason whatsoever, they just helped him win some matches. And there's some kind of credence with that. The Bloodline get involved. Of course, that could happen. They could, if Seth Rollins is interfering in the Bloodline matters, the Bloodline is going to interfere in Seth matters. And we can see this crossover potentially. But I'm really excited to see this rivalry between McIntyre and Seth. And this is going to go down in at WrestleMania. I want to see who's the winner is between these two guys. So.
All right. Yeah, his hiccups is serious, guys. This is what he wants because he is drinking soda. This is what he needs right here. You gotta get some water, man. But people are excited for this match. But I was hesitant to predict Drew to win the Elimination Chamber match because I was like, no, I don't want to watch round 3. But it happened. But I get it. I understand now. People are pumped it. When it always comes with Drew McIntyre and Seth in the match, it's always a thrill match. It's always a great match to see. And, I agree. But still, it's just seeing a same match 3 times in a row is just boring. But anyways, let's move on to the first match of the Raw. We got Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. Obviously, this is all what you wanted, right? The Becky Lynch fans, Jesus, man, all the arguments that you guys had with Liv Morgan fans, like holy moly. After Becky Lynch winning Elimination Chamber, the We Want Liv trend started. So this is all what you wanted. But obviously, I kind of knew who was going to win in this one, but it was a great match, and I just want to say this again, because I made a video about my thoughts on the whole, online trend between Becky Lynch fans and Liv Morgan fans. I don't hate Liv Morgan. I just say there's not really a story between Liv Morgan and Rhea. Yes, there is, but I just feel like they've been building the Becky Lynch and Rhea story for months now. Liv was injured. But I just feel like WrestleMania is not the time for Liv to get her revenge. So, like I said, I don't have anything against Liv Morgan, and I give her credit to do in this match. Liv Morgan was amazing in this match. I give her credit for that. Code Breaker. It seems like Liv Morgan took control of most of this match. I believe it was like 15 minutes or 5 minutes. I don't remember, but Liv Morgan was putting up a fight against Becky Lynch. It was Code Breaker after Code Breaker. I guess Liv Morgan likes Chris Jericho. I don't know why. I guess she's the female version of Chris Jericho now. She'd just be hitting Code Breakers all over the place. If you guys don't know, the Code Breaker was actually Chris Jericho's finisher. But yeah, this was a great match. It went back and forth. At one point, Liv Morgan was able to hit a Obliv event, which is her finisher, but Becky Lynch moved out of the way. Becky Lynch hit the manhandle slam at one point, but Liv Morgan rolled out of the way. It's a good strategy so your opponent doesn't get the pin. But at the end, Liv Morgan went to the top rope, tried to do something, but got caught. Becky Lynch with the quick manhandle slam, getting the win. Becky Lynch defeats Liv Morgan by pinfall. And what do you know? Liv Morgan fans are butthurt. They're salty. Just do whatever. Like I said, I don't have anything against Liv Morgan. People are like, oh, ill, Becky, boring. Why they always do this to Liv Morgan? She should have won. I kind of knew Becky Lynch was going to win because, come on, they're not going to have a number 1 contender's Korea's title to lose a match like this. So Becky Lynch with a win over Liv Morgan by pinfall. So what are your thoughts on this match?
Best thing, people need to wait. We need to wait to see Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. This has to wait. It cannot continue because we're 2-3 weeks away from WrestleMania, and for Liv Morgan to insert herself all of a sudden, it's not a good look. People have to wait. I the fact that people keep complaining, we have fans. I get it. We get it, guys. We get it that you're upset. We get it that you want Liv Morgan to be in the main event, but it's not her time right now. It is not her time. You have to wait. And, you got Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch wants to go after Rhea. The WWE has been hinting at this for some time now. Right now, the best thing you can do is wait. Just wait until after WrestleMania. Let everything take its course. Let it happen. Right? Let it happen. Just let it be. Let it happen. You don't have to keep complaining and complaining. Why are we a generation of complaining people? Let it happen. All right? That's just a simple thing to do. And we don't have to constantly complain all the time. Okay? Let's just let it be.
All right, and right after the match, Rhea Ripley came right out, and for the first time ever, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley actually exchanged faces. Liv Morgan said, "I'm going to take everything from you," and like I said before, I don't hate Liv Morgan, and I totally I totally understand how Liv Morgan fans are going with this. Like, oh, she definitely deserved it. I've said it many times. Liv Morgan definitely earns revenge on Rhea Ripley after what she did. And then Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch had a little chat. It wasn't too much. Rhea Ripley saying that, oh, Becky Lynch wants to prove, oh, she's the best, having these matches, and then Becky says that, oh, you're going to doubt me, and then I'm becoming the best in the road, basically ending the segment. And backstage, Liv Morgan was disappointed, obviously. Like I said, WWE has been making her lose a lot, second place. Usually, like, it was second place Royal Rumble, second place Elimination Chamber, and now losing to Becky in that bunch. So Becky Lynch coming to the backstage and offered a handshake respecting, and Nia Jax attacks both of them. And here's the funny thing. It might happen, but I don't want it to happen. Many are saying that because of the whole shenanigans with Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, and Liv Morgan, people are suggesting that, oh, they're going to make it a fatal four-way match between Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, and Rhea Ripley. But I don't think it's going to happen, but it's kind of becoming that way. I swear to God, if they do that.
No, it can't happen. Because we already had that happen before. Rhea Ripley faced 4 women already. Rhea Ripley
five. It was 5. It was 5. 4. Yeah.
Quintuplet. Rhea Ripley was in a quintuplet match with 5 women. Okay, now what they're making it a fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania. Come on, what is that? Is this tying the knots with everybody at WrestleMania?
It's just because everyone just wants. Look, I'm not. Like I said before, I'm not bitching about Liv Morgan. I respect her. I don't hate her. It just seems like Becky Lynch fans, Liv Morgan fans think Becky Lynch fans are like Liv haters. Like, I don't hate Liv. It's just like, oh, they just want Liv to get her revenge. They just don't want to wait after WrestleMania, and they just make these like predictions, like, oh, it's gonna be a fatal 4-way.
Let me just put this straight. Rhea Ripley is the cause of all this. Okay. People want Rhea Ripley. We're going to have to see Rhea Ripley defend her title in a fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania. I don't know how crazier you can do it. Fine. All these women want a piece of Rhea Ripley again. Fine. Make it a fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania. To have Nia Jax, Rhea Ripley, and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, and we're gonna see everything go to hell. We're gonna see, breakout fireworks happening in the ring. People jumping off the ring, dropping elbows onto the canvas. Okay, and Nia Jax tearing it up over there. I mean, let's just have that happen. That if people wanted to have it happen so bad, let's just see what happens.
All right, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting storyline. By the way, after Attack, Becky Lynch and Nia Jax are going to be finishing rivalry next week in a last woman standing match, which is going to be huge. Nia Jax and Becky Lynch next week in a huge last woman standing match. The last time Becky Lynch actually was part of a last woman's. It was actually the first time ever in WWE history that 2 women were gonna fight in a last woman standing was Becky Lynch and her good friend Charlotte Flair at Evolution a couple years ago. Well, way back. But that's going to be a huge match. Moving on to the next match, we got Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell versus Ivy Nile and Maxxine Dupri. And this is just horrible what Maxxine is going through. I'm just going to talk about it because the match was short. Maxxine Dupri, she got booed out of the arena on a house show. And there was a fan that said that she's boring and she doesn't belong here. But Maxxine Dupri was about to hit an amazing move on Indi Hartwell until she got interrupted by Candice LeRae, and then Candice LeRae somehow she just hates Maxxine Dupri, and she just started yelling that, "Oh, you think you're good? The internet hates you. You shouldn't be here, and you should hear what the girls have to say about you." And you said that, "Oh, you don't belong here." And then it's and then basically Candice LeRae brought up Maxxine Dupri's dead brother, which really made fans pissed off. So, and shout out to Christian Cage, but because he did it one time talking about dead family members. But Candice LeRae basically turned heel, but I think she's a tweener. So yeah, I looked online and she's not actually a heel yet. She's just a tweener, which she's probably gonna play as a bad guy and good guy role. Bad girl, good girl role. But Candice LeRae, what she said to Maxxine Dupri, oh my god, which made Maxxine Dupri scared, and then she had tears in her eyes because Candice LeRae saying that she doesn't belong here, bringing up her dead brother, and then she tried to leave until Indi Hartwell with the big boot to Maxxine getting the win. So what a cheap way to get a win by bullying Maxxine. Maxxine Dupri, I'm here for you. She doesn't deserve all this. Oh my god. I can definitely see Candice LeRae. People are hyped up because Candice LeRae heel from NXT was awesome. Frankly, I didn't really see a lot of Candice LeRae back in the day, but I heard she's an amazing heel. But right now she's just tweeter. She's probably going to turn heel. When she turns heel, I can see she's probably going to be turning on Indi Hartwell. I can see her turning on Indi Hartwell to be a fully heel. So what are your thoughts on this match? Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell beating Maxxine and Ivy Nile.
Well, I mean, it's Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell, right? That's just low. That's just below the belt. Talk about somebody's dead brother, and of course, she's just repeating everything that people say from the internet. She's just being the voice of the voiceless, the voice of all those trolls that don't like Maxxine Dupri. Okay, that's what she's doing. She's being the voice of the voiceless trolls who can't even say a word for themselves. But it's I think Maxxine Dupri definitely has a lot of potential in the WWE. She has to continue working hard to be successful, to get where she is. And when I remember her facing off against Rhea Ripley, when she faced off against her, she was actually giving Rhea Ripley some problems, even though she was still kind of a little raw. But one thing I did notice was that even though she's a tall person, Maxxine Dupri is tall, and with her length, and she is pretty flexible. That gives her some advantage. And I could tell she was giving Rhea Ripley some problems. So Maxxine Dupri can definitely improve a lot as a wrestler and work herself hard and become better as a wrestler. She definitely has to develop thick skin and be tougher mentally. She definitely needs a tough mental toughness to work through difficulties. Candice LeRae and Indi Hartwell, they faced off against the Kabuki Warriors, but they were not successful against the Kabuki Warriors. So these girls, if they both actually, I have a feeling that both of them will turn heel. If both of them do go heel, we're going to be seeing an interesting new faction in the women's division in the near future. And I believe, I believe what you're trying to say is that Candice LeRae is not going to be a heel villain per se. She's going to be more of like an anti-hero. She's more of an anti-hero person, type of person.
All right, moving on. We got Cody Rhodes getting interviewed by Michael Cole. I'm not going to talk too much about this segment. Basically, Michael Cole asking about the whole situation with slapping The Rock and shit like that, and beating Roman, and Cody Rhodes burst into tears until because he was mentioning his mother, Dusty Rhodes, saying that, oh, Dusty, the American Dream's not here. I can't give the title to him, and he burst into like, he was there. He was gonna be crying and talking about Brady Rhodes, his wife, and then said that he's got to finish the story, and basically said that he might not have another title shot if he doesn't win, and said that it's time to finish the story. I'm not going to too much, so it was kind of an emotional interview for Cody Rhodes. We just have to see what happens. But moving on, we got Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane defending their women's tag team titles against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. I kind of expected this match to be at WrestleMania, but I guess, they're doing it early. So it went back and forth, obviously IYO Sky and Dakota Kai were watching. They were just like, after the shit that happened with Bayley, it's just horrible. But we have to see what happens. But it actually saw Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark were gonna get the win. They put up a fight, and went back and forth. These 360 on 360 Zoe Stark with these 360. Shayna with the running knee. I thought that was actually over. I was like, oh my god. But Asuka breaks it up, and then Baszler, her submission hold is really dangerous. I'm kind of surprised that both Asuka and Kairi Sane were able to escape from it, because usually it's kind of really hard to escape Shayna Baszler's Kerfuda clutch submission hold. But Zoe Stark was out of the equation, and they were able to hit an inverted DDT. Diving elbow drop combination on Shayna Baszler. They had this match won until Dakota Kai put her hands on Shayna Baszler's left foot, which the referee didn't see. So Dakota Kai, the mastermind, running interference. But the Kabuki Warriors ends the Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark winning streak. I think Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark was actually on a winning streak going into this match. They were seemed unstoppable. But the Kabuki Warriors successfully retained the titles, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. What are your thoughts on this match?
I just want to kind of talk about a little bit about a background situation that the Kabuki Warriors have been on they've just been going from title defense to title defense to title defense. They've been working them butt off, being champions, and they're proving themselves as champions. They have had a hectic schedule. They deserve a break from the hectic schedule. So, that is, they definitely need rest from the hectic schedule. That being said, their win against Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark was impressive. They have to continue their winning streak going forward. I really like this faction of Damage Control, despite what happened with Bayley. You and I know, we have been talking about it for weeks, that Bayley is going to get what's coming to her, and now Bayley has been kicked out of the Damage Control, right? Bayley has been kicked out, and Bayley is trying to do something to basically challenge IYO Sky to become the women's champion, So, and honestly, I believe this is the reign for Damage Control. But let's see Damage Control continue this reign of greatness. Let's see them continue.
Alright, so moving on to the next match. We got Damian Priest versus R-Truth. The history between these two guys. R-Truth trying to make friends with Judgment Day, and Damian Priest doesn't want him. So how this match? Oh, I forgot to mention how this match came about. Both SmackDown general managers Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, Raw's general manager Adam Pearce, had an announcement for the tag team titles. Everyone thought that they were going to split the titles, but no, a huge announcement. Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest will be defending the titles at WrestleMania in a six-man way ladder match. So that's going to be huge. And qualifying matches are going to be next week. And that's huge. I don't think we have ever seen ladder match at WrestleMania in so long, like that many teams. It's going to be a tag team. A six-man ladder match, which is going to be crazy. And people are like, what happened to just facing, awesome R-Truth, whatever. But it was basically the Miz's and R-Truth's idea to defend the title, which got Finn Balor and Damian Priest pissed off. But in this match, obviously R-Truth actually almost beat Damian Priest in this match. Doing the John Cena, you can't see me, and then F you. He actually almost got it, and then he almost he put the STFU submission hold on Damien Priest. It's like, no, if Damien Priest taps out of that, oh my god. DIY did show up to get his backup to show their backup to give R-Truth backup, but they were attacked by Finn Balor and JD McDonough. Which let Damon Priest was able to hit the South of Heaven on R-Truth. I was like, yeah, it was kind of expected, but oh well. Damon Priest defeats R-Truth by pinfall. It was a good effort by R-Truth though. But post match, Judgment Day attacked both R-Truth and DIY, ending the match. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, R-Truth is continuing to be a thorn in the side of Judgment Day. As funny as it is, I think it's interesting to see how it goes. It would be really even more fun if we see him and the Miz. They're going to be in the championship, contending for the championship, along with DIY. DIY is also contending for the championship too. So. It's good that R-Truth is getting back up, but it's just that's just the way it goes. Judgment Day gets a win again, and then they do the usual thing. They putting people through the table. So it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. R-Truth said that he came up with the idea with the ladder match because he's like, this is what he said. He's like, oh, because Finn and Damon Priest hate ladders. But I don't know. Awesome Truth could win the titles. I think everyone was like expecting like Miz and R-Truth to be the ones to beat the Judgment Day. But now it's a ladder match. It's like, what if R-Truth and the Miz make the ladder match? And it's like, R-Truth is probably gonna be his silly self. He's just gonna think the ladder match is a Royal Rumble. But moving on, we got Jey Uso. I'm not going to talk too much, but it has finally happened. I called it many times. We've been talking about it for so many months. Jey Uso has finally snapped. He has stepped up. He is calling out his brother Jimmy Uso. He is sick of the bloodline not letting him go on Raw to start a fresh start. And he said that he wants Jimmy Uso at WrestleMania. Like I said, yes, do it. This is what I've been calling. This is what I've been talking about for months now. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso clash at WrestleMania. And they even said in the interview they always wanted to face each other at WrestleMania, and now they have the opportunity to do that. So Jey Uso issued a challenge to Jimmy Uso for a match at WrestleMania. We just have to see if Jimmy accepts or not. So it's chilling way to do it because we've been talking about this.
We have been talking about this for the past few months, and I don't know why. Why haven't they talked? Why hasn't Jey Uso actually done anything sooner? Right? Why now? Before a few weeks away from WrestleMania, why now? Because Jey Uso lost his championship opportunity to Jimmy when he faced Gunther. Jey Uso lost some other matches thanks to Jimmy. Why now? Why didn't he address him before? He could have confronted his brother before this, but now he's confronting his brother right before WrestleMania when Seth Rollins has to. I mean, sorry, when Cody Rhodes is facing. Cody is going to face Roman and Cody and Seth with Seth Rollins right there behind him, and Jey Uso is there to help him, fight with the bloodline. Now, who's gonna fight? Who? The question now. We know who's fighting who. Seth and Cody are facing Roman and The Rock. Jimmy is facing Jay. Now, who is going to face the Samoan spiking machine? Who is going to face Solo Sikoa? That is the X factor.
So about that, people might call me crazy, but there are rumors that John Cena is going to be at WrestleMania. So he has free time at WrestleMania. It's not confirmed that he's going to be at the event, but hear me out. John Cena obviously want revenge on Solo Sikoa after Solo beat him at Crown Jewel, right? What if John Cena makes a shocking return and confronts Solo and they set up a rematch at WrestleMania?
I don't see that happening because Solo obliterated Cena at Crown Jewel.
But what if they do that match again, but this time John Cena gets redemption, and then I don't know. He said he wants his final match to be against Randy Orton, but we have to see what happens.
I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening because ain't no way.
Solo's just gonna be a bodyguard. I feel like Solo might help out Jimmy in this match against Jey Uso. But imagine this matchup reminds me so much of the Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy match they had at WrestleMania, which was Extreme Rules. What if they did some sort of like a street fight between Jay and Jimmy, like a street fight 1-on-1 match at WrestleMania? Jimmy wins, but then an I Quit match at Backlash. It'll be the Hardy Boys all over again.
I have an idea. What if Solo said Solo? The only reason why Solo is a part of the bloodline is because he was sent there by the elders, right? So Solo is the spokesperson for the elders. Suppose Solo is the one that betrays Roman at Solo is an undercover agent.
The Rock is gonna betray Roman at WrestleMania. I'm telling you.
I know, but
he's been doing this. This is not how you do the weirder ones. He keeps doing the. He's betraying. The Rock is betraying Roman.
It's not about the sign, man. It's not about the sign. So look, man. Look, here's what I have to say. Hear me out. Right? When Jimmy and Roman were fighting, I think it was WrestleMania, some time ago, right? Roman was telling Solo to do something for him to help him fight against, I think it was Jimmy or something. And Solo actually hesitated. Solo stopped and hesitated. He's like, hold on a second. I'm not doing exactly what you're telling me to do, right? Solo hesitated. Why would Solo hesitate if he's, quote unquote, the enforcer, the right-hand man? Why would he hesitate to do an order? Why would he do that? That doesn't make any sense. You know?
Yeah. Right.
It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling I've got. It's just something I've got in my head.
All right. It's a lot to talk about, but let's get to the main event, which is the WWE Intercontinental Championship #1 contender gauntlet match. So this is huge. A gauntlet match between these men. The winner will go on and face Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. To start off the match, I'm just going to go through quick. To start off the match, we've got Ricochet versus JD McDonough. And respect to JD McDonough, I was started to laugh saying that, he's not going to win at all. But respect to... fuck JD McDonough anyways, but respect to him. Like, I give props where it's due. JD McDonough and Ricochet put up a hell of a match to start off the gauntlet match. It went back and forth. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I want to get through this video. But Ricochet was able to hit a shooting star press on JD McDonough, eliminating JD McDonough. So Ricochet moves on. JD McDonough loses, eliminates him. So next up is Big Bronson Reed. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Big Bronson Reed coming in and face Ricochet. It didn't take long until Bronson Reed hits Ricochet with the 747 slash to eliminate him. Bronson Reed eliminates Ricochet. Ricochet is out of there. Who's next? Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed was a really good match. It went back and forth. It seemed Bronson Reed was. Sami Zayn was struggling. I'm not gonna lie. But Sami Zayn was able to hit an amazing sunset flip powerbomb on the top rope on Big Bronson Reed. Sami Zayn eliminates Big Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is out of there. Who is next? Shinsuke Nakamura, a man that's been terrorizing Sami Zayn the last couple of times. I mean, Sami Zayn did beat Shinsuke Nakamura once, so they're facing off against each other. Sami Zayn was just out of it in this match. Shinsuke Nakamura looked like he was about to eliminate Sami Zayn, because people saw Chad Gable was cheering Chad Gable to win. Shinsuke Nakamura was able to hit the Kinshasa multiple times, but Sami Zayn just didn't give up. And at the end, it was one of Nakamura's Kinshasas was blocked. Sami was able to hit a Helluva kick out of nowhere and eliminate Shinsuke Nakamura. So holy moly, Sami Zayn with multiple elimination chambers, and here comes the final man, and it was obvious who were the final two was, and this had to be the best match of 2024 in my own opinion. Sami Zayn and Chad Gable for a shot at Gunther's Intercontinental. So Chad Gable, you obviously know how big of a sportsmanship he is. He saw Sami Zayn on the ground. He's like, "Oh, I'm not winning like this." He let Sami Zayn get up on both feet. It's like, "Come on, get up. We're fighting this. I don't want to win this way." And it's like, "We're gonna fight for a WrestleMania spot." They fought. Sami Zayn is exhausted. Obviously Chad Gable came in this match fresh. I feel for Sami Zayn's ankle. The amount of ankle locks that Chad Gable locked on Sami Zayn was brutal. I believe it was like 3 ankle locks or 4. But Sami Zayn, oh my god. Sami Zayn was able to hit the Huluma kick on Chad, but he was able to kick out. And basically, Chad Gable was able to hit an ankle lock again, but Sami Zayn was able to roll through. Sami Zayn with a shocking cross-leg victory roll-up pin, beating Chad Gable to become the number 1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And, I feel bad for Chad Gable. A lot of fans said that, he got robbed. But Sami Zayn, it's official. Sami Zayn will challenge Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. And look, guys, I know that you said, Chad Gable got robbed, it should have been Chad Gable, but this is what you kind of knew this was coming. Sami Zayn wants a path to WrestleMania, and this was his path to WrestleMania. Do I think Sami's gonna win? Probably not. But we have to see what happens. There's rumors that when Sami Zayn actually pinned Chad Gable, his shoulders were actually up, like they didn't pin on the ground. So Chad Gable might make it a triple threat match. That'll be insane. But we have to see what happens. But that will do it. Sami Zayn wins this huge gauntlet match, becomes the number 1 contender. Gunther comes out for a stare down with Sami Zayn, but Chad Gable, despite being disappointment, he shows the respect, and Sami Zayn and him hugs. So that's pretty much the end of the show. What a main event. I love this gauntlet match. I believe the Chad Gable and Sami Zayn was my favorite. What are your thoughts on Sami Zayn heading to WrestleMania to face Gunther?
I don't think Sami Zayn is not coming out of WrestleMania as the champion. That's for sure. He was already, I believe, he was up in 4 times already, right? Chad Gable has not had a chance. He's never held championship gold. He promised Gunther that he's going to be the one to face it at WrestleMania. And instead, he loses. I mean, come on. This is Chad Gable's moment. I'm a Chad Gable guy. I believe Chad Gable believes this. I'm going to say that this is a controversial ending to this Monday Night Raw. This is a controversial ending because
the amount of time Sami Zayn was able to escape the ankle lock.
I mean, yes, but so because Gunther is an opportunist. I believe Gunther is an opportunist. If Gunther sees a weakness in somebody, he's going to take advantage of that weakness. Now, because he knows that he knows that Sami Zayn has weak ankles. He's gonna target Sami Zayn's ankles. You know, he's gonna go for those ankles. He's gonna do his damage. He's gonna try to damage him because he wants to do those.
Do you know
Sami
what I
Zayn is
think
gonna
it
use
is?
his
Do you know
haluva
why I
kicks.
think Sami Zayn won? Is because of Brock Lesnar. So hear me out. Brock Lesnar obviously is back on the roster. He's a free agent. This is what I think is going to happen because the original plan was Gunther and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, because obviously that didn't happen because of the whole Elgin stuff, sexual trafficking with Vince McMahon. So I think this is going to happen. I think Gunther is going to beat Sami Zayn. That's just going to be a build up to Gunther and Brock Lesnar. After the match, Brock Lesnar makes his return at WrestleMania and confronts Gunther.
I don't know. I don't really know about Brock Lesnar because we actually haven't talked about that yet. But I don't know about the whole situation with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is a free agent, yes, but at the same time, he's an X factor. I mean, we still don't know if he is going to be put out there because of the situation going on. It's still an ongoing situation. There's still an investigation going on with WWE, Vince McMahon, and wrestling, and all that stuff going on, and Brock. So we don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But for now, I am liking the story right now as it is. I mean, we can definitely have Brock Lesnar on later on right now, but I don't want to see this turn into another Brock, Cody, and Roman situation going on right now. I mean, we right now it needs to be Chad Gable and Gunther, because that's a story right there. Chad Gable was one of the first guys to actually beat Gunther. Okay, fair and square. Pin him. He beat Gunther.
The thing about this is this. I said this before. There were cameras saying that when Sami Zayn pinned Chad Gable, the shoulders weren't where recoil was up. It's got to be down, wherever. But they might do a controversial call. They might do a rematch between Sami and Chad. But Chad says that, I'm not going to challenge Sami to a rematch. But you never know. Adam Pearce might overturn it, making a triple threat match or whatever. Chad Gable's shoulder wasn't up. Something could happen. Chad Gable can complain to Adam Pearce or something, and then maybe Chad Gable's luck will happen. Maybe it might be a triple threat match. You never know. What if a triple threat match? Triple threat will be huge.
It could be. It could be a triple threat. Could be fatal 4-way. If Brock Lesnar.
Fatal 4-way. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Brock Lesnar, and Gunther.
But we know if Brock Lesnar is involved, Brock Lesnar is gonna be spamming Suplex City all over the place on people, But I don't think he can't do it forever. He's actually older now, so we know that Brock Lesnar is beatable. He's not as formidable as he was in the past. He has lost a few matches here and there, despite his formidable record that he's doing. But I mean, for the most part, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But I want to see Gunther versus Chad Gable at WrestleMania. That has to happen. It's got to happen. It's got to be Alpha Academy. Chad Gable with Alpha Academy versus Gunther and
what could happen? What could be a possibility is that Sami and Gunther could face each other at WrestleMania, but you got SummerSlam, you got Backlash, you got these pay-per-views coming after WrestleMania. Chad Gable could face Gunther at SummerSlam or something like that.
Yeah, but I want to see it at WrestleMania. It has to be at WrestleMania because WrestleMania is the big. But
I don't know. Sami Zayn already booked it. We have to see what happens. Like I said, it's possible. The only thing he could do is a triple threat match because Sami Zayn earned that spot, but because of the controversial pin, Adam Pearce might make an announcement changing it to a triple threat. So we have to see what happens. But anyways, that would do it for the Monday Night Raw. What a show. In terms of grading, I give this show a A-.
I'm giving this show a B+. A B+.
All right,
Yeah.
so that will do it, guys. Thank you for watching. My name is Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. Be sure to check out our wrestling channel, which is WWE Wrestling Bros. And if you haven't checked out my friend Canadian Yorker's channel right here, his YouTube link will be in the description of this video. And that would do it. Be sure to like, subscribe. Take it easy, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your Wednesday night. I'm Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker, and we are out.